We can all use a little bit more wisdom in our day, so here's some divine insight to help us today. This week we're looking at Proverbs chapter 5 and the wisdom of avoiding sexual temptation. Yesterday we saw the deceptive and destructive nature of sexual sin, and today Solomon gives us some advice on how to avoid sexual immorality. We're going to look in Proverbs chapter 5 at verse 8, which says, "Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house." The her here is the immoral woman of verse 3, the seductress, the one who is off limits, and yet the one that maybe you're attracted to. In Proverbs chapter 6, in verse 25, Solomon says, "Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids." You may remember a couple of days ago we talked about we need to keep our heart with all diligence because out of it flows the issues of life. You may remember we talked about Jesus said, "Out of the heart come adulteries." In other words, that's where that physical action starts, is with what we allow into our heart, the things that we think about, the desires that we allow to cultivate in our mind. So what is Solomon saying here? Don't go near that. Stay away from that temptation. Stay away from the attractive married coworker. Don't entertain the flirtation of an old flame. Don't provide opportunities for inappropriate feelings or thoughts or actions to develop. In Proverbs chapter 7, in verse 25, it says, "Do not let your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths, for she has cast down many wounded." And then he says, "And all who were slain by her were strong men." Don't think that you're strong enough to place yourself in a tempting situation and then resist. We think about Samson, strongest man in the Bible physically, but lust was his downfall. We think about David, a mighty man of valor, and yet probably his most infamous sin is that of his adultery with Bathsheba. Listen to what Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 in verse 8. "Flee, run away from sexual immorality." So today, walk in wisdom by avoiding sexual temptation. Thanks for watching today. If you found this to be beneficial, please follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to know more about the Bible, you can contact us at quinn.church@yahoo.com or come visit us at one of our regular services. Have a blessed day.